Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, hi, my name is Gbemi Abiola. Welcome. So today I'm going to be doing a look as well as reviewing the brand new Kaleidos palette on the market. This is the Club Nebula palette. This is in collaboration with Angelica Nyqvist, and Kaleidos' very first collab. Kaleidos has never collabed with anybody before, but they chose Angelica to do this, and she is literally like the best person for this collab. She was the very first one I saw on YouTube really talk about Kaleidos before everybody hopped on the Kaleidos wave. So this is a full circle moment for her, and I'm really proud of her. So if you're interested in seeing what I think of the Club Nebula palette as well as the look that I'm going to do, please keep on watching, and if you're not, please stop right here. It's not worth your time and effort. Before we get into the tutorial and the review, let me just give you the information that you need to know about Angelica, Kaleidos, cost, products, what you get in with the collab, all you need to know. So if you don't know who Angelica is, she is a Swedish content creator here on YouTube as well as Instagram. Here on YouTube, she's just a few thousand subscribers short of 100,000. She is known for her bright, colorful eyeshadow, as well as focusing on like smaller, more indie brands. I noticed she loves color, she loves multi-chrome, like that is her. Like, she was the first person to talk about Kaleidos that I saw with the Deep Sea Luster palette, which is the only Kaleidos palette that I do not own because I discovered Kaleidos like way later after that phased out. But she was the very first person to talk about Kaleidos when it was just a new up-and-coming brand before everybody kind of hopped on that wave. If you don't know the brand Kaleidos, it's a Chinese-American brand started by a content creator named Zoe Poo, her boyfriend Tony Chen, and her friend Mark Henry. And their headquarters are based in Shanghai, China. The reason why Kaleidos came to be is because the industry wasn't giving what consumers wanted, so she created that brand. Zoe created that brand in order to give the color, give the depth, give the creativity that people were looking for. Kaleidos comes from kaleidoscope. To us, the colorful moving mosaic formed by a kaleidoscope is the perfect analogy for the constant evolution of beauty. Without diversity and progression, there would be no beauty, and without the courage to be an individual, there would be no diversity or progression. Their DNA consists of individuality, authenticity, and eccentricity. So that's the information behind Kaleidos, behind Angie. I definitely think this is a perfect match made in heaven because it's, like I said, it's a full circle for Angie. And I'm like very pleased to see that like she was chosen. Kaleidos is well known for their very popular futurism palettes, which these are 6-pan palettes that each have a unique color story. There are currently 6 out on the market. The 7th one, which is this one called VR Neon, has been discontinued. So I actually really like these. My favorite one is Futurism 5 Electro Turquoise. So this is the one that I typically grab when I want to use a Kaleidos palette. We'll have another palette. This is the Escape Pod palette. This is their other 15-pan palette besides the Club Nebula palette. So you have your bright colors, you have duochromes, multi-chromes, all of that in here as well. So the way the Club Nebula palette comes is in this gorgeous shipper. So it'll come in this box, in this box, along with a deck of Kaleidos playing cards. Kaleidos is the brand that does merch very well. In past collections, we've gotten suitcases from Kaleidos, we've gotten hair bows, we've gotten like a towel. So Kaleidos does merch very well. Like with every collection they put out merch. I would definitely like to see more merch from them because like they know how to do it well. So you get this, and you also get the palette in here. You can buy the deck of cards separately at $5. The palette is $45. And the shipper, if you just want the shipper, it is $8. The Nebula palette is currently sold out on the Kaleidos website. However, it will be making its last return on February 17th. Last time it's coming back, very, very limited stock. So if you really want this palette, that's your only opportunity to get it. Once it sells out, I think it's gone. In the Club Nebula palette, you get 15 shades, same amount of shades as in the Escape Pod palette. Like I said, this is $45. The key features of this palette, it's multi-chromatic and texturally diverse, ultra pigmented, easy blending, and deep hued mattes, highly versatile, intuitive to use, soft and creamy yet highly adhesive, no creasing. This is also vegan and cruelty free. So if you guys are interested in this, but you weren't sure if it's vegan and or cruelty free, it is both. Okay, so this is how Angelica describes her palette. This palette features a variety of different textures and a good ratio between mattes and shimmers, which is key because a lot of palettes, when they're like super matte heavy, they may only include like 1 or 2 shimmers, or when they're like super shimmer heavy, they may only include 1 to 2 mattes. But she has a good ratio in here with 6 shimmers to 9 mattes. So like that. The color spectrum goes from really dark to really light with lots of options in what direction you might want to take an eye look. I also try to think of colors that would not only go good together, but would also go good together with other eyeshadows. Not only in your collection, but for example, together with neutral colors too. My favorite eyeshadows ever are dark, jewel colored matte shades, and I am so happy that this palette has several of those. I was inspired by the colors of the Nebula, hence the name, and I would probably describe it as that as well. I did try to think of something that would fit into both my brand and the Kaleidos brand. But like I said, you get 9 mattes and 6 shimmers. In this palette, there are 4 duochromes, 2 multi-chromes, and the rest are just colored mattes. I'm going to throw up arm swatches on the screen of all 15 shades. I'm going to do the matte separately and the shimmer separately so you guys can see the difference. I'll also label which ones are duochromes and multi-chromes as well. The names are very, very like space Kaleidos, and then the colors are like very Angie, so I like that kind of like marriage. Alright guys, I've zoomed you into my face. So because this is a galaxy inspired Club Nebula palette, I was thinking, what would I wear to an interstellar, intergalactical club and or party? So that's why I have my pink hair and the space buns today. The palette, you get like cool blues and you got like warm oranges and stuff, so I definitely want to marry the two. First shade I'm gonna go into is this color. It's called Queen of Blades. I'm just gonna take like a flat concealer brush because I'm just gonna be sculpting the shape of my look. I'm just gonna start like packing that color along like the way my eye is in my orbital bone. So I'm just following the pattern of my socket, just packing that color on. Now I'm just gonna go in with a Refer 13 brush and I'm just gonna start diffusing Queen of Blades out. So now I'm going to go into this matte turquoise shade on a Morphe M506 brush. The shade is called 7 of 9, and I'm just going to diffuse the edges of Queen of Blades. So now I'm just going to go in with a smaller blending brush. This is the Morphe M5 6'3". I'm going to be going into this green shade right here. This shade is called Gravity, and I'm just going to put that on the very edge of 7 of 9 just to blend that out. I'm trying to just diffuse this into nothing. So now I'm going to go into a mini smudge brush. This is the Luxie 141 mini round brush, and this dark deep blue shade called Void. I'm just going to tap this on, start blending it right beneath Queen of Blades. I just want a little bit of more depth right there. So now I am just going to clean up and do a cut crease. And I'm using my Beauty base and a MAC 212 brush. So now I'm gonna go into this deep purple shade. This is called Cylon. I'm just gonna start packing it on the outer part of my eye. I'm trying to have the lid be different than the crease, so. And then I'll marry it at the end together. The shade is kind of going on patchy. Now I'm going to go into this deep red burgundy shade. This shade is called Red Giant. Just going to tap this in the center of the lid. Just kind of feather it into Cylon. So over Red Giant, I'm going to be using this shade called Nebula. It's a rose gold red duochrome with a copper shift. I'm just going to press that over. Next, I'm going to take this shade called Celestial. It is described as a radiant hot pink multi-chrome with decadent fuchsia and golden shifts. So, I'm just gonna put that right in here and feather it into Nebula. That is really pretty. Then I'm gonna take this duochrome called Nova. It's like a purple, blue, blurple-y kind of shift. Just gonna tuck it in my very inner corner. Just kind of pull it up. Now I'm just gonna line my waterline. I'm gonna be using the Kokie Cosmetics Royal Blue Velvet Smooth Liner. Get some blue in there. Smudge it down. Now I'm gonna go back into the shade Void, and I'm just gonna smudge this right over top that royal blue liner. This shade I can tell is not like a favorite shade because there's a little bit of patchiness going on here. I'm gonna mix Queen of Blades and 7 of 9 just to blend that edge of Void out. I'm gonna go back into Gravity and then just run that need that. Okay, so I'm gonna go into this multi-chrome right here. This is called Astro. On the inner corner on the bottom, I'm just gonna plop that right here. I'm gonna go back into Gravity. I'm just gonna take that green into my brows. I'm gonna take it up to my brows. Followed by Queen of Blades. To highlight my face, I'm going to be going into the Kaleidos multi-chrome highlighter. This is called Prophecy. So this has like a gold, green, orange, red shift. Wow, that's like a lot. I'm just gonna tap that out. Like you can see like the orangey red shift. If I was to turn my flash on, you would be able to see the green. Go my brow bone. For my lips, I'm gonna go into Fenty Beauty, Turks, and Caicos. Alright y'all, so this is my face after I finish the finished look. This is what I would wear if I was going to an intergalactical club and or party. But yeah, really like this palette. Kaleidos shimmers, duochromes are amazing. Like they do some of the best like shimmer duochrome shadows that I have in my collection, so I like that. The mattes, Kaleidos' mattes can be hit or miss. It depends on which ones you're using. For example, Queen of Blades was great, but then I had some patchiness with Void over here and Cylon, but Red Giant was great. Gravity and 7 of 9 was great. Love this, love the packaging. I think the names really reflect Kaleidos as well as Angelica. Like I said, the palette is $45. It comes with the playing cards and the custom shipper, all bundled together. You can buy the card separately if you want the playing card separately. Those are $5. And the shipper, if you want to buy that by itself, it is $8. Yes. This, like I said, it restocks for I think one last time on February 17th, Wednesday. So keep your eye out for email notifications from Kaleidos if you are interested in the palette. I don't think they're going to be restocking it after this like last restock, and it's very limited, so keep that in mind. Congratulations to Angelica on this collab. Like, you're literally like the face of Kaleidos. Like, this is a full circle moment, and I'm so proud that like she was their very first collab. I would like to see other collabs from Kaleidos in the future with like different creators of various skin tones, hopefully maybe a black creator sometime in the future, you know. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think of this look. Will you be picking up the palette during the restock on Wednesday? Is this your color story? Have you tried Kaleidos? Let me know in the comments down below. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel down below. It would really help me out a lot. And don't forget to follow me on my social media. Instagram and Twitter are at Gbemi Abiola. And yeah, I hope you all have a wonderful day wherever you are, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye guys.